Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, most people thought the Patriots' reign was over post-Tom Brady, but this team has persevered and believed in one another, and they are back in the Super Bowl yet again.
And to no one's surprise, a lot of credit has to go to their coaching staff because talent-wise, this was not the best group in AFC, but they certainly believed in one another, and now here they are on the doorstep of winning another Super Bowl for the Pats.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they're trying to pull off what only 3 teams have done before, go from Super Bowl losers to Super Bowl champions.
Last team to do that, the Patriots, Super Bowl 52 and 53. Before that, you've got to go back to the Dolphins in Super Bowls 5 and 6, and the Cowboys in Super Bowls 4 and 5.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots now on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his 2nd NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his 2nd year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Zappi to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw, Zappi. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, first and 10. On first and 10, it's Hurts. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Juwan Bentley. And the Patriots are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Pats at the line ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 0-0 our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Zappi going to bootleg out. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Zappi from the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Zappi. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Here's Stevenson. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Zappi looks to throw it. Parker's got it. Touchdown, New England. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Patriots post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On the move to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. They go play action with Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's got this down to the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Play action. Here's Hurts. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Hurts. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This will be caught at about the 6. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the 1 touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
Bootlegger will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run once more with Stevenson, and he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hunter Henry brings it in, and he will have a Patriots first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Zappi. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play fake, and now here's Zappi. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Zappi from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Zappi now on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Zappi, another shot on 2nd down. Short pass caught by Henry. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Zappi. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Zappi throwing forward on 4th. That's caught by Parker. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Now Zappi. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
On first down, Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll come up now. This is second and long. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one complete to Smith. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. He'll look to throw, being chased out left. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Second down, 8 yards to go. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. They were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to ones.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now still down one. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths. But it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. OT in the Super Bowl, something the Patriots know all about, and they'll once again get the ball first as we start this overtime session. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. New England's offense set to go. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Another throw coming for Zappi. Short pass caught by Henry. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. On 3rd and 1, here's Zappi. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. That is just a gigantic interception here in overtime of this playoff game. And now, Charles, all they need is 3 to win it.
That's exactly right, because now one possession, one field goal gets it done. They force a lot of big turnovers in the regular season, Brandon, but none come bigger than that one right there. Here in the playoffs, they've got a chance to put this one away.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last defensive stand, that is the defensive stand of the season. I mean, you get it on this stage in overtime of the Super Bowl, and now you set your offense up here, Charles. All they need is a field goal, and they're world champs.
Agreed, partner. And if I'm calling plays on offense right now, I'm looking at my play sheet, and I'm looking for what plays give the ball to my best players right now. How do they touch it, and who do I trust with the football in this situation? Big-time trophy on the line, championship on the line.
He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps, and they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. We are in true sudden death here. The next score wins the Super Bowl as they come up here on second down. One more time with Swift. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Well, if you like drama, especially in the biggest of all games, we are back for the second overtime now in the Super Bowl. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's caught! Touchdown! They win the Super Bowl! And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.